Yeah, it's Pokemon Y. So, hi there guys, I'm Bill and today we're gonna do a review about Pokemon Y and X, of course. This is the newest generation and well, the idea is that why you should buy this game, because it's totally worth buying it. And the preface for this review is gonna be this. This is what I started playing Pokemon with. And okay, people who haven't played Pokemon probably think that it's kind because, you know, you have the cartoons okay, and you have all this other merchandise. People think that this game is for kids only, but it's not. It is for kids, yes, but it's also, it has quite a lot of depth. It's very complex, like a strategy game. And this is what I started with. I started with Pokemon Red and Blue, like my brother had Blue and we were trading with each other. And then Game Boy Color is the machine. Then continued with this and Silver, same thing, we were trading with each other. And those were the two generations that I played Pokemon really, because I was able to trade with my brother, and so there was a point to playing the game, because it's a strategy game, but also part of it is like building your team, it's breeding new Pokemon, it's capturing, like there's a lot of creatures to capture in these games, and the idea is that you always have two versions and they both have exclusive creatures, so you have to trade with someone if you want to get them all. That is basically the soul of the game. And when I was playing with my brother, it was very nice to play it, but then the generations after that I never got into it. I skipped 3 and 4 generations, although I got these later, but I didn't play them at the time. And then I got Black, but I just couldn't get into it, and it was like, I like the franchise, but what is going on? Like, it just doesn't do anything for me. Why was it so fun in the early days? It was because I was able to trade with my brother, and this is what people report, like they were trading with their family or their friends or at school or something. The trading is one of the biggest things, like draws into this game. And now I can say that after these years that I have I've liked the franchise, but I have just not been able to get into it at all. I bought Black, I played a little bit, and then I was like, just does not inspire. I don't want to play this. And then I traded it away, and now I got this. And this, I have to say, is a total reboot in a way. You could say that it's Pokemon Red and Blue 2.0. Because if you see, it's the same colors, red and blue, in these titles. And because this game just does everything right. Like, I'm critical of Nintendo. I have been a Nintendo fan since I was little. And I'm a fan of this franchise, I'm a fan of other Nintendo franchises, but I'm also critical of it. When they're messing up, I also say that, okay, I don't like this, this is shit, this is garbage. And same thing with Pokemon, I have been getting into it, but now this game remedies it all. This is like damn good, that if you want to get back into the franchise, now is the point to get back into the Pokemon franchise. So, first is the visual part, that this game is actually in 3D and it looks great. The visual, the presentation is just great. Like, everything is in 3D, the battles are in 3D, depending on where you are. Also the background, like the battle background simulates that. The environment, the Pokemon look good, the attacks look good, everything looks great. Even like when you go to battle and you see the other person's face pop up, like, okay, Trainer Joey wants to fight or whatever, even those like little cutscene pictures look fantastic. Like, I mean, you know that the visual part of a game is really good when you pay attention to this little small like cutout that comes up before the battle, and you look, oh my god, that picture looks amazing. And that's what the game is like. And no, I haven't used a 3D effect at all, because, well, 3D effect in 3D, it doesn't... It's kind of redundant anyway. But, so you don't really need it, but it looks fantastic. And same thing, it sounds fantastic. That's the other part that... well, it's a modern style music in this game. It's not those bleep bleep type things which you had in the older generations, and maybe the compositions are not so like with the older games. This is typical like early video game music. It's very short, it's catchy, it loops over and over again. That's why people can remember them, because they have only a certain amount of channels in them, so certain amount of instruments, and the themes are catchy, and that's why you're gonna remember them, because it's a simple melody that loops over and over again. In this game, yes, the sound is more modern, and it's a bit harder to remember the tunes. Like, they don't stick to your head in that kind of way, but still, every time I play this, I'm surprised, like, oh my god, this music like suits this particular situation really well. I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my god, I'm amazed by the music, that the music is really good. Even if it's not so super catchy, it's very good quality music. So, visuals are very good, then you have the music, the sound is very good, and the gameplay. The gameplay it has all kinds of changes which modernize the series, which make the series something you wanna play. Even after all the other generations, this is a game you actually want to play. It's fun to play. And the biggest part of that is the online component. That instead of like, oh my god, you have to kill, like, or beat, not kill. You have to beat this like 1 gym or 2 gyms before you get to the trading part, or actually you can always trade before that, but before you get to this like online trading part, or there's a certain like building somewhere where you have to go to do that trading. No, screw that shit, said Game Freak, and now the online component is at the bottom screen of the 3DS. From the start it is there online, and it is always on. It doesn't matter where you are, you can always use the online functions wherever you are at any time, and that's how you do it. The bottom screen, if you just click like online, it connects you to the internet, and after that you're gonna see random people pop up. Their faces or their like character icons are gonna pop up on the screen all the time. You're gonna see random people who are just going there. You're gonna see people you have traded with, and you're gonna see your friends, if any of your friends are online. That's the basic screen for online. And the trading is the soul of these games, like I said. And in this game, the trading is magnificent. First, you have Wonder Trade, which means that you can trade random Pokémon. So you put up a random Pokémon, and then it goes away, and then you get another random Pokémon back. And what is the beauty of this is that people are actually, there are so many people playing the game that you all like, you will get all kinds of Pokémon back. Even if you put out like total trash. Especially when you're starting the game, you can just catch whatever trash Pokemon you can get, and you can just put them out and see what comes back. And you're gonna get all kinds of interesting stuff. You can even get starter Pokemon, or you can get some rare Pokemon back by just putting out your, like, all the garbage that you have caught. And that is really, really nice. Because when you get these more rare type things, even starters, then you can go to the actual trading service and see if you can trade those Pokemon that you got by random. You can trade those for something else that you really want. I mean, when me and my brother were playing Red and Gold, we started so that we traded in the beginning and the other person reset the game so that both of us could have the 3 starters in both games, and that was a fun way to play it. And now, in this point of the franchise history, you can do that as well. And I did it myself, that you do wonder trades, you get random stuff back, and then you are looking for, okay, are there other starters like available? Do I have anything that I can trade for another starter Pokemon? Like there are 3 starter Pokemons in each game. And yes, I got both, and actually I have 1 extra starter Pokemon right now. So it really works. You can do this same kind of trade. You can trade really easily in this game, and you have the random trade, which is just a wonderful feature in the game as well. And apart from that, there's voice chat. I haven't tried that, so I don't know how that works. But, well, the normal fighting and this kind of stuff, trading with other people, your friends or other people you know, you're gonna see this little icon, someone wants to trade and someone wants to fight. And then you can put like random buffs on people. Like better catch rate, better money making rate, whatever. These random buffs you can put on yourself, and if you put them on other people, then they're gonna get more powerful and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun, like online interaction thing. It's a single player game, but the online component is at all times it's in your bottom screen, and there are so many functions that you can do. So it's like, okay, this is how it's supposed to work. This is how the online should work in a Pokemon game. Like, it's really good design. And then there are all other kinds of improvements into the game, like experience share. Now you're gonna get, like, your whole team of Pokemon is gonna get experience. If you, like, everyone gets experience. The ones who are fighting get more experience, but the other ones are gonna get 2. So it's much more convenient playing the game, that you don't have to grind one Pokemon at a time. Oh my god, now I'm leveling this up. The other are gonna level up, and it's a reasonable amount of XP that they're gonna get. That even, like, I have the 3 starters in my team, and I'm not using them so much because I'm leveling other Pokemon right now, because they're lower level. But at the same time, these guys that I'm not using, they're getting XP all the time, and they're still leveling up. They're still ahead of the other Pokemon, so the XP share actually works. Very good. Like, it makes the grinding, the RPG grinding, it makes it much more tolerable in this game. So that's very good. And then, well, that was in the last generation, that you have the technical machines. You can use technical machines an unlimited amount of time. Although the hidden machines, that's a problem. That why do we have to have the hidden machines again? Like, because you're forced to put shitty moves on your Pokemon that you don't want, or you're gonna use a HM slave. Like, you're gonna sacrifice one Pokemon just for having these trashy functional moves that you have to have in the field. So it's like, what? Why? Why do I need to do this? So this is something that Game Freak could better in the next game. That do we need the HM moves, because it's kind of antiquated design. Maybe they should have a separate like function tab that you can put on a Pokemon. You can put this kind of ability, for example, to cut down trees, but it's not gonna take a move slot. That would be much better. That they wouldn't take a move slot, something like this. But yeah, the technical machines work fine, and in this game also the movement is much better. That you have like roller skates, so you don't have to push like bicycle on, bicycle off, anything like that. No, with the D-pad you're gonna move the person around, and with the analog controller the player will automatically start going with the roller skates, so the movement is much easier. You can go slow, you can go fast, whatever, very easily. So that's a definite bonus for this game as well. And then, well, you have the fairy type. Well, it's nice to have a new type, of course. But then you have, in the bottom screen, you have also Pokemon Ami, and you have the super training things. So first is Pokemon Ami, which is like growing the friendship. Like with certain evolutions, you need to have a certain amount of friendship with the Pokemon. And this is a function that is available, that is at the bottom of the screen again all the time. That where you can like play with the Pokemon, but you can do certain mini games. There are 4 different mini games that you can do, so this is like, okay, this is actually quite extensive, and there are different levels of challenges that you can do, and they are like they're not super easy either, so that's good. There's like variety there. And then there's the super training thing also, that in Pokemon, I think this has been since the first generation, that when you level up, your Pokemon gets more stats. Like this is basic RPG progression, but also depending on who you fight, you get different stat boosts. Like there's an extra stat boost thing that you're gonna get. Like if you level up with rare candy, or you level up in the daycare or something like that, like just mechanical level up without fighting anyone, then you get stat upgrades, but with fighting you get extra stat points into some certain stat category. So in the previous games, if you wanted to like maximize the potential of your Pokemon, you would need to fight certain monsters. If you want to, for example, maximize the speed, you want to use the bonus, the EV section of the stats to ramp up speed, that every bonus point is going to speed, for example, then you would have to know which Pokemon gives speed points when you fight them. But it was not in the game. Like it was not told explicitly, okay, this Pokemon gives speed and this gives something else. But in this game, it is really explicit. There's a distinct, like separate functionality in the bottom of the screen, super training, where you can train any stat for any Pokemon. There are different mini games, there are different, like, I don't know how many levels there are, but you complete all the level 1, then you get to level 2 and you get more points, but it's much more challenging and this kind of stuff. So you can actually, if you want to maximize a Pokemon's potential, you can choose whatever stat you wanna like grow and just play the mini games. It's like, it's really surprising how good these improvements are in this game. Like this is the kind of feature that hardcore players want in the game, because they're gonna fiddle with these EV values anyway. So now it's like, okay, here's a function for you. If you wanna like fiddle up with these EV values, then you can do just that. You don't have to do anything. You can just play the damn mini games and max out the EV values that you want. It's like, what the hell? And that was my like impression when I started playing this game, that oh my god, what have they done to this franchise? Is this even the same game? This looks impressive, this sounds very good, and this is super fun to play. What the hell? Like the online function is so good that it's like I said, this is Pokemon Red and Blue 2.0. It's really good and it's modernized. It looks modern, it sounds modern, it plays modern, and you can trade online. The trading is not a problem. If you have an internet connection to your 3DS, you can do all the trading there. It's very impressive. And also the story, well, I haven't gotten very far in the story yet, but the story also, it's a bit different, that you have a group of people. It's not just like your typical, oh my god, I'm gonna leave my house, now I'm gonna go to the, like, professor's laboratory, this kind of, you know, thing. But it's like there's a group of people. You and other people are traveling together. That's a very nice touch to it. And also the developer said that the theme for, like, this is situated in fictional France. So the theme for this game is beauty, and I think that shows. All the houses, the castles, everything in this game looks very nice. It's aesthetically very pleasing. So what can I say? After all these years of first playing these games and being like, oh my god, I'm such a fan, but why can't I get into this franchise anymore? This is the answer. If you're looking to get into this franchise, which is RPG, trading Pokemon, trading monsters, catching monsters, it's a very fun game, then this is the point where you want to jump in. Or if you're like me, that you have played these games but you didn't like the next generations, this is the point to get back into the franchise. This game is unbelievably good. It's just fun to play, fun as hell to play. So I'm very happy for this franchise that is going to this direction, that I'm really impressed about the game. And I'm also anticipating at this point, I'm like, again, okay, I'm now interested to see what Game Freak is gonna do next, because this game is so good that now I'm back into this franchise, that okay, I'm actually interested what the next game is gonna be, because this game is so good that if they make the next game even better, it's gonna be like, what the hell, super good. So yeah. So that's basically it. And no, I have not been paid by Nintendo to do this review, but it's just like when I have critique to give, I'm gonna give critique, but when I have praise to give, I'm gonna give praise. And this is total praise. This game is 5 out of 5. It's very impressive in all regards. And okay, maybe it's too easy, and maybe the HM system is not perfect, but the other parts, it's pretty weird, because this game was advertised like, what is the biggest thing? Okay, it's the 3D, well, and then you have this like mega evolutions. But those things, like the mega evolutions, I couldn't care less for the mega freaking evolutions. The online components, the super training, the Pokemon Ami, the visuals, the sounds, those things are the really impressive things about this. And the visuals, if you see screenshots, they do not do this game justice. When you see this in action, in your hand playing, it's like, okay, this looks pretty damn good. That's just how it is. So yeah, I think the advertising was a bit weird, that it was all about the mega freaking evolutions, and those things, I haven't even seen a mega evolution. I don't care about those, because the other aspects in the game are so much more impressive. So yeah, definitely can recommend this game. That's just how it is. So, well, if you want to add me on the 3DS, then give me a shout out, or if you If you have any questions or comments about this game or this video or something, then leave them below. But this was my review about this. Very impressive. Yes, do buy it if you're interested. So that was that, so see you later. So long, suckers!